By the way, Diddy's trial has begun. They're picking a jury.
Who's going to sit on his jury?
You all didn't notice? Yeah, dude, Diddy's trial has begun.
Can I say?
And so, you see like all the black hair he have here? I didn't know he was dyeing his hair, because now his hair gray, because you know, jail, you don't have all the dye products and shit, you know? So, and they don't have cameras in court.
Well, he looks old now.
Huh?
He looks old now.
I mean, he probably look older. See, yeah?
I love her.
In the Sean Combs trial. Well, several prospective jurors already dismissed from serving in the Sean Combs trial 1 day after making it into the pool. The second day started with 16 potential jurors, but it was whittled down to just 6 by lunchtime. One repeated question, whether they or a family member was a victim of sexual assault or domestic violence. And those that researched the case quickly tossed out.
Oh my God.
Darla Miles is live in Lower Manhattan with more on what's keeping a jury from being seated. Darla?
Well, Sade, this trial is a big deal, and serving on the jury is a lot of pressure, especially since it will determine whether or not Sean Combs spends the rest of his life in jail. So today, the process of finding qualified jurors was much harder to come by. The possibility is sinking in. Prospective jurors in the Sean Combs racketeering and sex trafficking trial having some difficulty saying if they can truly be impartial, separating Diddy's high-profile image as a media mogul and watching this video of the 55-year-old assaulting his ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, and other videos like it. A male real estate broker confirming he'd seen the video and struggling to give a firm answer about his opinion. Judge Arun Submarinian asking, given what you know about that video, did it sort of predispose you to form an opinion about the crime? After a very, very long pause, the prospective juror answering, that's why I put unsure. More than a half dozen prospective jurors also dismissed after their interesting answers to follow-up questions about their responses to this 17-page jury questionnaire. A man dismissed after telling the court he smokes weed every day and wouldn't be able to stop even if ordered by the court. A woman dismissed after saying she'd seen a comedian in Russian making jokes about the case. Another man dismissed because he might not be able to keep his wife from talking about the case since she's all over social media.
Wait, that's a great way to get out of it.
Telling the court he read this article about jury selection after leaving court yesterday. Judge Submarinian asking, why did you read that article when you weren't supposed to? That prospective juror answering, I shouldn't have, but I did. I'm sorry. He was not dismissed. Earlier today, federal prosecutors asking the court to admonish criminal defense attorney Mark Garagos, whose daughter, Tenny Garagos, is a member of Sean Combs' legal team. Garagos, who has a long-standing relationship with Combs, sitting in the galley behind the defense table Monday, appearing to consult with Diddy's lawyers during the jury selection process. In this letter, federal prosecutors asking the judge to remind Garagos about court policies that forbid statements outside the court that could interfere with a fair trial. Writing, the need for the court's admonishment is necessary, given that as recently as 3 days ago, Mr. Garagos spoke at length about the trial in this case in his podcast. Now, Mark Garagos was back in court today, this time not seated behind the defense table in the galley. He did seem interested and engaged in the jury selection process as he was going in and out of the courtroom as the selection process and that questioning was taking place.
Okay, but let me tell you something else for the Diddy trial.
I was not laughing about what was being said. I was laughing at your comments.
What?
There were some good ones, all right? Like, wait.
You have to prove all the stuff he did?
No, there was... He might walk. Someone said something that you should be on the jury, and then I was just reading these while it was going off. If you would have told me that the man who created was part of creating some of the best bops that now I can't listen to in public would be doing this, it's crazy, fucking insane.
Free Diddy.
Like the Girlfriend song, part 1 and part 2. You can't even enjoy that shit anymore.
Dude, look at this. Stars mentioned included the Diddy trial. Michael B. Jordan, Mike Myers, Kid Cudi, Kanye West, Michelle Williams of Destiny's. I mean, but he's gonna know everybody knows him though, so that's not like it's surprising, you know?
Because he was the one to know, and now that people know him.
Yeah, but guys, here's one of the crazy things with this fucking trial. My understanding is that they're not gonna sequester the jury, right?
What does that mean?
That means that you go home.
Oh.
You don't stay locked up.
It's gonna get out then.
No, what I'm saying is, Diddy's the kind of, come over a little bit.
Okay.
Diddy's the kind of dude who can have people reach out to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yes. That makes sense.
Like if Diddy offer you $1 million to find him fucking innocent, you know,
No.
what do you do?
Well, on record, you say no. But if no one's around, then I guess they wouldn't know your answer.
No, Brittany, it won't be televised. That's why you have the sketches.
Which is stupid. Televise it. It would be one of the highest TV ratings ever.
Yeah, but this New York. Do you remember Trump's trial wasn't televised either?
Yeah, and they missed an opportunity.
So they have the drawings. That's why you see these drawings of Diddy with the gray hair. You know?
No, they look crazy. You know the artist thinks he's guilty. He made him look crazy as fucking all those photos.
Yeah.
So, let's characterize you even worse.
Yeah, so you know.
Yeah, that makes sense.
See the drawing. So you have an artist there. What on his IG now? Is he still posting shit? What the fuck is this on his IG?
That's crazy.
He probably have a phone in jail, you know.
1,000%. I've been telling you guys months. TikTok jail. Come on.
Free Diddy.
There's people that have a podcast in there. Did we talk about this last time?
What?
So apparently there's some kind of jail podcast, and there's one guy who's in prison, and they call him, I want to say Purple Passion. This is his name in the jail. Mm-hmm. And apparently when you were his roommate, he was called Purple Passion because A, he considered himself to be so dark that he was purple, and B, if you became his roommate, he would knock you out at some point, rape you, and then you would know what would happen because when you wake up there'd be a Tootsie Roll on your pillow.
Okay, that sounds...
No, he admitted this in an actual podcast. I will find the name for you guys.
Look at Bozak's going Free Diddy.
But this man's new roommate was like, yo, you're not really going to do that. I heard all that crazy shit. This guy's like, nah, man, that was the old me. Meaning he did it. So you never know. Just there's a lot of jail TikTok stuff, prison TikTok stuff out there that's very interesting. Go check it out when you're bored and tired of Diddy. Or maybe he's on there.
Yeah, I mean... We'll see. I honestly believe this dude might win this case, you know. We'll see.
I actually, like, the way that they can't find jurors to, like, keep means that, yeah, there might be a mistrial, or if there's no more video evidence.
I mean, you just need the right people on the jury, because, I mean, there's dudes who can be like, hey, you offering me money? Fuck yeah, let's go.
Yeah, but in a court of public opinion, I feel like most people are like, man did something, whether it was the worst or, like, the least of the worst.
Just go, you know... Being freaky is not a crime.
No, it's not, but when you involve people with the wrong ages and stuff, it can be.
You just have to make an excuse. Your Honor, I too have a wild sex life. I too have freak-offs. Okay?
Nice.
And therefore, Your Honor, I could not find him guilty. I think he's innocent.
I too have freak-offs.
Yes,
right.
You know? I did attend a Diddy freak-off one time, okay? It was just one time. But I don't remember what happened.
If we learned anything from those responses from the prospective jurors is that you have a lot of ways to get out of this shit. Say you're married to someone who will talk about it all the time. That was great.
You can see these dudes are just fucking around, right? Trying to get out, right?
I'm gonna smoke whether you tell me I can or can't.
No, he said I can't stop.
Yeah, I can't stop. Like, I didn't know those were things. Like, I will totally be using some of those. Fuck jury duty.
Your Honor, I work in the marijuana industry.
Yeah.
And I do marijuana every single day, all day, because it's how I cope.
Yeah. You gotta know what you're selling, you know? There were some interesting ones.
He need a pardon from Trump. Trump is his boy, you know.
Is he really? No.
Yeah, dude. Trump is his boy. Trump is his boy. I'm telling you, this is his boy.
Not getting a pardon. If Trump comes out,
no, but he wouldn't pardon me. That'd be too toxic.
That would be a nail in the coffin for people that do like him. They'd be like, absolutely not.
I don't know, because this is the thing. I don't think a lot of people coming forward to even talk about his parties, right? So.
But that's how you know something went down.
Yeah, but but here's the thing.
That was like the Seventh Heaven guy who none of his female, they won't say anything. They won't say anything good or bad. They just won't talk. Okay, what happened?
But here's the thing. If I'm attending Diddy freak-offs, right? I don't want this to get out.
No, I don't, because...
So if I know someone knows something, I reach out to that person and be like, shut the fuck up. Myself.
Yeah.
You know, to protect me. Fuck Diddy, just to protect me.
That's one.
I think everyone got some shit to hide with this.
One thing Diddy did right was make sure that he had something on everybody just a little bit.
Gilbert said he deserves 5 years max. Maybe get time served.
How long has he been in there? Like a year now?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. I could see him walking with that too. Let's not forget, he still does have money to get out of this. Like, it'll go a long way.
So this...
That's crazy.